Hello guys, welcome to another video. We are continuing A Court of Silver Flames. I do have a confession. I have already started reading on this part. I'm on chapter 35 right now. So I read 5 chapters. It's getting very intense. It's getting very spicy. I do want to say I am having a lot of technical difficulties lately. I film on my phone and I'm running out of storage. I've already deleted all the apps that I do not use daily and the photos and videos that I don't want or need anymore. And I still barely have enough storage. I was struggling trying to get the last video out, so if I kind of disappear for a little bit, that is why. I am working on it. I have came to the conclusion that it's time for me to get a camera instead of my phone. My only issue, cameras are expensive and I don't necessarily have the money for one right now. So I'm kind of just in this limbo phase where I want to get a camera. I want to get a good camera and that's gonna take time. I also have to find one that I can edit on a MacBook because I do not own any type of like Windows computer or anything. So that's another issue. I have to find one that can use a USB-C port. So that's gonna be its own little issue. Anyway, enough of that. We are getting into this. I do want to say right now, Cassian is hilarious. Him and Az are taking Nesta into the Borg, and Nesta was asking about like if they have to go in the water because you're not supposed to, it's very dangerous. And she was like, well, what if the mask is in the water, because they're looking for that now. And Cassian was like, well, then me and Az are gonna have to pick straws like warriors do, and the loser goes in, which was really funny. That got me to laugh a lot. That was really good. And then Az got shot by an ash arrow, and the soldiers who shot him part of the Autumn Court. So we're thinking those might be the missing soldiers that Eris has mentioned. Or maybe Eris is a backstabber and sent his soldiers out. But they're definitely acting a little strange. So I think it's more likely that they're the missing soldiers. Also, Nesta, I'm pretty sure she got taken by what they call a Kelpie. So I'm pretty sure she got taken. I don't really know what's going on. I'm a little confused. Well, not really confused. I know what's going on, but at the same time, like, what is happening? You know? That's where I'm at. I'm enjoying it. It feels like it's picking up pace more, which is a good thing because I'm almost halfway through this book, and if it was going to stay kind of slow paced, I was gonna have a snooze fest. Honestly, I was a little worried about that, but it's starting to pick up, which is good. I like that. I love it when a book starts a little slow, but not too slow, and then they pick up speed. This book started off a little slow for my liking, but I'm starting to really get into it and like it. So yeah, so we'll see if I have enough storage to get through the next 15 chapters. Well, 10 now because I read 5, so yeah. Nesta found the mask and then put it on to, I guess, escape the Kelpie, because, you know, he was taking her somewhere, most likely not a good place. And so she put the mask on. She found it in the water, put the mask on, killed or unalived the Kelpie, came out of the water holding its head. I have no words. I really don't. I don't. Cassian thought that he was never going to see her. You could just clearly tell by the panic. He was scared that he wasn't going to find her. And they couldn't get a hold of Rice because they were wanting to get a hold of him to help, and they couldn't because the bog, I guess, masks communication. I'm not fully sure yet, but that's kind of what it seemed like and kind of what they implied. So, they have the mask, which is good. Nesta's probably gonna be out for the next like 3 days because it's just saying how she like takes the mask off and just goes limp, and she's probably exhausted after going through that. So I wouldn't be surprised if she just is out for the next like couple days. This next chapter, 37, is super long, so bear with me while I get through it. But yeah, it is starting to pick up. I really want to know about the soldiers that Az and Cass had to fight in the bog. I just want confirmation that those are the missing soldiers and not Eris being a butthead and stabbing them in the back. That's really what I'm wanting. I also just want Feyre to be okay with her pregnancy. So that's like in the back of my mind, is like, oh no, because I don't know how much time is going to pass in this book. I don't know if she's going to give birth towards the end or middle, or I don't know if she's going to give birth at all in this book, or if she's just going to stay pregnant and then like the next book will be like, oh yeah, Feyre's still pregnant, she's having the baby. I don't know. I know that there's another book coming. I don't know when it's coming or what that book is going to entail. Maybe that book is Elaine. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't want anything to happen to Feyre or the baby. I don't want anything bad to happen to Nesta, even though sometimes she gets on my nerves a little bit because she can be a little butthead as well. And I don't want anything to happen to Az or Cassian because I love them both. Obviously I love Rice too, but I don't think his life is really in danger. I mean, we already killed him in Wings and Ruin. I don't think we're gonna kill him again. So I think he's safe. It's mainly just like Feyre and also Elaine. I'm a little worried about Elaine. Like, is something going to happen to her? We haven't seen too much of her in this book, but she's been mentioned kind of a lot. So I don't know. We'll keep going and we'll see. I just finished chapter 38. I'm on chapter 39 right now. Nesta and Cassian essentially had a whole chapter of doing the nasty, that's what we'll say. And Nesta and Cassian battled with swords the next day when they went for training. Nesta kind of, I don't want to say bullied, but she kind of like tricked him into teaching her with swords, I guess. She used her words as a weapon and it worked. And so now Emery and Gwen are also wanting to work with swords. So I think they're definitely going, maybe not fully prepared, but they're going to be somewhat ready for when and if the war does hit, which is really good. We need as many hands as we can get for this war, I feel like. We still don't have too much information other than the soldiers that were from the Autumn Court didn't fully know what they were doing. We're still waiting for confirmation on if they are the missing soldiers or what the heck happened with them. Excuse my bedhead. I haven't been in bed all day doing nothing but reading. I'm on chapter 42, just finished 41. Oh my goodness. This book is definitely spicier than the others. This is like a whole nother level of spice. But Helion came and he looked at the mask and he looked at the soldiers. They definitely are not in their right mind, but it's not an enchantment like they were thinking. So our next best guess is it's got something to do with the tavern. I think that's what it's called. So I don't really know what that means. I know Az was wanting to spy on Braylon and get his little spies to get as much info as he can, but Farah and Rice shut him down and fought him on it. So they're not gonna have their spies to see what she's doing. Cassian and Nesta are getting that's all I'll say. They're getting. But Nesta has been training very, very hard as well, and more people are joining. More and more priestesses are joining the training in the morning, which is so good. And I'm actually really proud of Nesta for doing this. This is essentially just her doing. So I'm proud of her for that. We've got like 4 more chapters before this video ends, so look at that, we're over halfway. I'm excited to get this done and over with and finish it. I wish I was a quick reader and I could just finish it by the end of the week, but I do not read that quickly, and that is just a dream that I'm gonna keep on dreaming. But yeah, I think that's all that I've got to recap on so far. I guess I'll see you guys back probably when I finish chapter 45 and come to end this video. Okay, I just finished chapter 45. Oh, we're coming to the end of this video, but first off, Nesta stood up to Tamlin and put him in his place. Same with Eris when they went to visit him and tell him about his soldiers. He took it better than I thought. If I'm being honest, I thought he was actually going to fight Cassian. He didn't. He just had a lot of questioning and accusing, which fair. But then Cassian told Nesta about how the swords that she made when he took her to the blacksmith have magic that came from her in the cauldron. And now she's really, really mad and upset and thinks everyone hates her, and even Amren, because Amren voted against her knowing about the swords. So now Nesta is not okay, and I'm a little worried. I feel like if Nesta sees Amren, she's going to give her a mouthful or just full on shut her out and ignore her existence. Either one is bad. Not sure which one is gonna be, but I'm sure we will get answers. But that is it for this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, comment down below another series you would like me to read or react to. I do have a special video coming out after I finish this series. It's just a little special, something special. But it's also going to be a very, very big video, the biggest video that I've ever made. Just a heads up, it's gonna be at least an hour long. So sorry, but I think you guys would like it. I at least like it. Anyway, I'm still editing it, so it's a mess right now, but it'll get done. I have until I finish this series to get it ready. It's fine. But I think next week we'll end on chapter 60, and then that will leave me with only 20 chapters left. We're coming to the end. We've got maybe 2 more videos of the series before I finish it, so I don't know what to say right now. Things are really starting to pick up, so I think within the next the next video I make, there's going to be a lot of tea spilling. Also, Rice kind of had a breakdown when he realized that there's not really anything he can do to save Farah. He's got Helion trying to find something in his library, but as of now, Farah might not make it past the birth process, which worries me, and I kind of am hoping that she doesn't go into labor during this book. But yeah, so that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next week with another one. Bye!